that we're live on the right thing. I think we may not be. Let me quickly check. Something's up with TikTok, it says. All right, let me... Jimmy?
Yeah.
My, I don't know if my thing is working. Can you see if I'm live on the right channel?
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I can see it. No, I don't know if I am. Let me see. No, okay, I've got it. Hi, Kellyanne. How are you? Sorry, I wasn't sure if something was wacko with my stream. So, how's everybody doing? There's no verdict. Hi, Captain Lee. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get Scooter to go to the courthouse, but I don't even think she's up yet. She told me last night she might. I said, well, let's go live from there. But I can't get her now. I think she's still sleeping. So, are you far from there, Captain Leafhead? Not that I'm asking you to go. People are just looking at the outside of a courthouse. Thousands of people just looking at the outside of a courthouse. Nobody's talking, nothing. Just looking at the outside of a courthouse. On streams. With wind noise. Literally like someone just set up a camera there and left it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel a little bit better now. I don't know. Captain Lee, are we still? Yes, we're in verdict watch. Nothing's going on. There's so much misinformation out there. If you turn on certain things, they're like, oh my gosh. There's people like out there, like, I think they just look for stuff to gripe it. They go, it's so disrespectful for these people to be outside a courthouse on Veterans Day. The courts are closed, or this or that. They're saying like all this stuff, and then all these people that are saying, you know, just horrendous stuff. So much untrue information, and this is even coming from creators. You know, they're just saying anything to get clicks, views, watches. But yeah, there's nothing happening now. I mean, with that, let me see. But I was going to go over some stuff. And I know that there's something wacko going on my... Something's up with TikTok. What? Since Thursday. Something's going wacko with my TikTok. But I was going to go over... You know, it's weird because I've been going over the trial every single day with whatever we're getting. But last night when I was going over the trial, either... My mind is a little mush, which it is. But there seems like someone went in and added to, like a reporter, I mean like from the news station, added to the reports that we had because there was more information, like on, I think it was day 10, than we had previously. So I want to go over, maybe we'll go over some things, and we were looking at maps and we were looking at the helicopter footage, which happened the day, let me see here. This right here, which was on February, this was by RTV in Indianapolis, I think it is. And this was on the day the girls were found. But prior to that, there's that's the Freedom Bridge, right? And this was just, yeah, right there. Freedom. And I know like people were saying, we were reading that stuff, we went back to 2017, started to read articles from back in the day, because sometimes you get a different perspective and you can get some information that may not, be currently out there. So about Ron Lawson, his property is where the girls were found. There's the cemetery. No snow, huh? Snow's all gone. The river must have been icy cold, though. There's the bridge. The Monon High Bridge. Okay, let me look for something here. Hang on. Hi there, Teresa. How are you? They are deliberating. Court is closed. Why is everyone there? They're just watching the courthouse, Teresa. They're watching the courthouse. Wait, is court closed today? I thought they are deliberating. They are. Hi, sweet Sativa. How are you? I'm sorry, Logan. Why did I say Lawson? Why did I get that? Why do I have the name Lawson in my head? Tell me why. Sometimes I scare myself. What is that about? Why did I have that in my head? Let me see something. Ron Logan is a painter. Why did I have him in my head? Oh, thank you for correcting me. Ron Logan. I don't know why I said Lawson. That's scary. Ron Logan. Okay, let me see one thing here. Here's something back from, when is this, about Ron Logan? 2022. This is prior to Richard Allen's arrest, I believe. Let me see here. Just days after police released the photo of Bridgeman in the investigations, at least 15 tipsters said the man was Ron Logan. According to the affidavit for a search warrant, the man pictured in the video killed Libby and Abby on Logan's property along Deer Creek and east of the Monon High Bridge. The March 17, 2017 affidavit shed lights on the crime scene. The bodies had been staged, and the killing would have likely caused the killer to get blood on himself. Hold on 1 second. Let me just... get this here. So that was released on February 15th originally, 2017. And let's see. The killer also took a piece of clothing from the girls, according to the affidavit, which described this as a souvenir of the place. But now, see, I'm very confused about that. Took clothing, because one girl had the other girl's clothing on. Abby had Libby's clothing on, right? And I thought that Abby's clothing was found in the creek. Is it possible that the killer didn't take a piece of clothing and that it went downstream, upstream, whichever way the current was running? Could it be that? Could it be that, I don't know, that he needed that clothing to wipe something off of himself? I don't know. Let's see here. Two of Logan's former girlfriends. See, yesterday we read about one coming forward. Two of Logan's former girlfriends told police that he was violent and threatened to kill them, according to the affidavit. Logan was 77 when the girls were killed. He did not have any trouble walking or getting up and down the hills along Deer Creek. And it said that Logan has a similar build as the man in the picture. I don't know. I mean, it also indicated that Logan asked his cousin. The thing is about lying. Okay, now, was he just telling the cousin to lie because he said Logan asked his cousin on the morning of February 14th to tell the police, if asked, that he picked up Logan at his house between 2 and 2:30 p.m. Why would he say that? That's crazy. And that's right around the time. Now, could it be something else? Could he have seen this? Right? If the girls were killed right there on his property, did he see this happening? Did he help at all? You know, I think Richard Allen was there, but did this guy help at all? I don't know. But that he drove to an aquarium store, and then the guy's aquarium receipt is not until 5-something later that day. Why would he tell his cousin to lie? Is it simply his bad luck that he happened to be out at 2 to 2:30, but he wasn't, because his receipt was at 5:30. So that doesn't make sense. Sorry, that doesn't make sense to me. Based on an investigator's experience, it is reasonable to believe that the creation of an alibi prior to the discovery of a crime indicates culpability or knowledge of the crime. The affidavit also noted that Logan's voice could be the man on the audio recording released by police in which the killer orders the girls to go down the hill. Cell phone records indicate that Logan's phone on the afternoon of February 13th was in the area of the Mononhide Bridge and near the banks of the creek where the girls' bodies were found. But the girls were killed about 1,400 feet from his home, and the bridge is about 1/3 of a mile from the crime scene. And says the Journal and the Courier interviewed Ron Logan on February 15, 2017, 2 days after the murders. And he said, they said, to have anyone murdered on your property, I don't know what my feelings are right now. Oh, he's saying this, I'm sorry. It caught me by surprise, recalling how the 2 days after the killings were filled with people, first the police, then the reporters, asking him questions upon questions. And then he said, I haven't really had a chance to let it soak in. I know the families. My kids grew up in this area. He went back there with his schoolmates. They went back there fishing and playing in the creek. Grace of God, it didn't happen to them. He paused for a second, then said, it's a different time. Okay, and then the Journal and Courier spoke with the Carroll County Sheriff, Toby Liazenby, asking about whether the affidavit and search warrants were sealed. Liazenby said he believed they were, but Logan received copies of the warrant, and Logan was known to share those documents with others, including the media. Investigators have been tight-lipped about the details of the crime scene, and the suspects, so Liazenby didn't want to see the information in the media. This is part of what needed to be reserved for the courtroom. Time will be the judge, he said when asked if the investigation might be hindered. It might not be detrimental to the investigation. As for Logan, police did search his house, property, his digital devices, and outbuildings on March 17th, 2017. It was the second search. There's no indication of what police found during the searches. Police arrested Logan on March 16th on allegations that he violated his probation from a 2014 drunk driving case. They also charged him with being a habitual traffic violator for driving his truck to the landfill on the morning of February 13th. Logan pled guilty to both charges in the violation of his probation, and he was ordered to serve 2 years in prison. He was released in January 2018 after his prison sentence was modified to in-home detention. Police have not charged Logan or any other person with the murders of Libby or Abby, and the case remains under investigation. That was prior to Richard Allen's arrest. Now, did Richard Allen, hang on a minute. Richard Allen, no. Hold on 1 second. Okay, here's something else, okay, let's see. And I'll tell you something over here. Let me see something. Yeah, the courthouse, there's still no verdict. I'm looking at the people just sitting in front of the courthouse with the wind blowing like crazy. That's it. There's no verdict yet. Let's see. Nope. Okay, I'm watching the verdict. So let's see. More than 7 years on from when Libby and Abby were murdered, Richard Matthew Allen from Delphi, Indiana, was arrested and charged October 2022. His arrest marked a bombshell development in the high-profile case that has rocked Delphi, Indiana. Allen, 52 years old, has pleaded not guilty to the charges. Allen's attorneys have claimed not only is he innocent, but that the victims died at the hands of a pagan white nationalist cult. However, Allen's attorneys have been banned from bringing up the names or anything to do with the Odinism cult theory. The judge, Francis Gull, issued the ruling in September, just weeks before the trial began on October 14th. Okay, Richard Allen. At the time of the murders, Mr. Allen would have been 44 years old. Delphi, Indiana is a close-knit town of about 3,000 people, where the teen girls live with their families. His family home is less than a 5-minute drive away from where their bodies were found. Allen's lived in Delphi since at least 2006, and he's lived in Indiana his entire adult life. He's married to his wife, Kathy. They have a daughter. He's a trained pharmacy tech, receiving his most recent pharmaceutical license in February of 2018, a year after the murders. At the time of his arrest, he worked at the local CVS store. He came into contact with members of the community as part of his job. Libby's grandparents, Mike and Becky Patty, said that they recalled that Richard Allen processed photos for them at the store. Local residents reacted with shock when the news broke of Richard Allen's arrest, saying that he seemed like a normal guy. When I will go into CVS as a customer, he would say, "Do you need any help?" I would be like, "No." That's Chandler Underhill, the manager of the local brick-and-mortar pub, where he said Allen was a regular. Just a normal guy that I've seen for the last couple of years, not really thinking anything. Underhill said that Allen always seemed normal when he would come into the pub. I would talk, he wouldn't say much, he seemed like a normal guy. One of my servers was telling me that he wouldn't speak much. Libby's grandfather told reporters after an October 31st press conference that his granddaughter's accused killer had been hiding in plain sight the entire time. Indiana State Police Superintendent Doug Carter said earlier, if you recall, he said he's hiding in plain sight. Okay. It has emerged that the accused killer brazenly posed for a smiling selfie in front of one of the police sketches. And hold on a minute, I'm going to shut that helicopter footage down because it's going, there we go, it's going black there. Okay. Open that. So if you remember this one. This was out all after his arrest. There was the sketch, and he was sitting there. In a chilling photo that was posted by Richard Allen's wife, Kathy, on Facebook, in December of 2021, he is seen smiling alongside his wife in a local bar in Delphi. On the wall behind him is the 2019 police sketch. The selfie that was posted on social media the same month, investigators issued a fresh appeal urging members of the public to come forward with information about online catfishing account that was that Anthony Schatz and Keegan Klein stuff. Let's see. The Carroll County Jail records lists Allen as going by the alias of Cray Ross Renfro. He had no criminal record prior to his arrest. Let's see what we have here. Okay. On the day the girls went missing, Libby had posted photos on Snapchat of her and Abby walking along the bridge. Libby captured a grainy video on her phone of a man dressed in blue jeans, a blue jacket, and a cap walking along the abandoned railroad bridge. Now remember, he said he had a black Carhartt jacket, not blue. Investigators released the grainy image along with chilling audio telling the two girls go down the hill. Police gave a description of the man as a white male, aged between 16 and 40 years old, between 5'6" and 5'10", weighing about 180 to 200 pounds. The probable cause affidavit released a month after Mr. Allen's arrest contains an eyewitness account from 3 girls under 17 who said they were encountered by a man on the Monon High Trail Bridge, who seemed to be hiding his face, and he glared at them when they said hello. One of the three girls put the man's height at no taller than 5'10". They gave varying accounts of what he was wearing, but all said he had jeans and a jacket on. A female witness, whose name has been redacted, told the investigators she also saw a man that matched the description of the bridge guy. Captured on Libby's video on the Monon High Bridge. She also recounted seeing Libby and Abby walking towards the bridge at 1:49 p.m. Then, around 2 hours after Libby and Abby were last seen alive, a woman driving past the area said she saw a muddy and bloody man dressed in a blue jacket, blue jeans, walking away from the Monon High Bridge. She further stated that it appeared that he had gotten into a fight. A criminal affidavit, which was partially redacted, was released in November. It revealed that the man was finally tied to the February 2017 murders through a bullet that was found at the bloody crime scene. Ballistics confirmed that the unspent .40 caliber round found close to the bodies of the teenage victims came from an Allen's Sig Sauer Model P226. The Sig Sauer Model P226, which the suspect owned since 2001, was found during a search of Allen's house. Both Allen and his wife allegedly confirmed that he was the only person with access to that firearm, because he said he'd never lent it out to anyone. No one ever used it but him. Allen said Allen has since pushed to have key ballistics evidence ruled inadmissible. Let's see. It's also revealed that he is believed to be the bridge guy seen in the video that Libby recorded and posted to Snapchat. Officials have not ruled out the possibility that other individuals were also involved. When charges were filed in October of 2022, Libby's sister Kelsey tweeted that today is the day they've been waiting for. And she said, in quote, "Just know how grateful I am for all of you. No comments for now. Any questions, please refer to the Carroll County Prosecutor's Office." There was a press conference. Let me see here. Allen spoke with investigators at least twice, including in 2017, confirming that he was on the police radar at the time of the murders. In the 2017 interview, Allen had confessed to being on the Monon High Bridge Trail on the afternoon of February 13th, placing him at the scene the same day and time that the victims went on their fateful walk. In another interview, October 13th, 2022, Allen said that he had no explanation as to how the spent bullet ended up in between the bodies of the two girls. The accused killer said he had not been on the property where the unspent round was found, and that he did not know the property owner. That's what I'm going to see if he knew Ron Logan, but he said no, he didn't know him. Small town, he didn't know him. And that he had no explanation as to why a round cycled through his gun would be found at that location. The property owner, Ron Logan, was also previously tied to the case. He died in 2020. It emerged in court that Allen confessed to the 2017 killings multiple times behind bars. Carroll County Prosecutor Nick McLeland said he had confessed 5 or 6 times to killing the girls, making multiple confessions to multiple people. And that's what we read through a lot of that yesterday from what was testified in court, all the people that were the suicide companions in the prison, and they wrote down his many, many confessions and things he said. Other names that were tied to this case: the arrest of Allen marks the very first time his name has been publicly tied to the unsolved murders. Over the years, authorities have honed in on several other men. A 27-year-old Indiana man fell under the spotlight last year when the online account he used to groom underage girls online was tied to the teenage victims. His home had been searched on the suspicion of child P. Charges just weeks after the 2017 murders. In December of 2021, Indiana State Police announced that officials had uncovered a fake online profile called Anthony Shots. The profile was used from 2016 to 2017 on platforms such as Snapchat and Instagram, and used photos of a known male model, portraying him as being extremely wealthy and owning numerous sports cars. Investigators said the person behind the account was actually Keegan Anthony Klein, a 27-year-old man with addresses in Kokomo and Peru, close to Delphi. Now let's remember that Richard Allen was in Peru that morning, allegedly visiting his mother. According to the affidavit, Klein posed as the model in order to groom underage girls and get them to send him nude photos and their addresses and try to get them to meet him. The male model whose photos were used has no connection to the case. Klein was arrested on charges of child SA, images, and child exploitation, and admitted to investigators that he groomed girls online. The affidavit said that Indiana State Police and the FBI carried out a search warrant on February 25th, 2017, less than 2 weeks after Abby and Libby were murdered at Klein's home in Peru after tracking down the user of the Anthony Shots profile. Now, they got that because there was interaction on the girls' phones with one of the girls' phones. Klein allegedly told investigators that he used social media accounts to talk to underage girls and had exchanged messages and received about 100 photos, about 20 sexually explicit videos from about 15 underage girls. However, he denied any knowledge or involvement in the girls' deaths. Klein was charged with 30 felonies in 2020 over the case. After 5 charges were dropped, he pled guilty to 25 counts, and he was sentenced to 4 decades in jail. The documents filed in 2020 are heavily redacted. They do not mention the murders of Libby and Abby, and he was not accused of involvement in their deaths. Libby's grandmother, Becky Patty, said prior to Allen's arrest, the teenager had never mentioned speaking to anyone online prior to her death, and there has never been any indication that the girls had arranged to meet anyone on the day they were killed. Investigators urged anyone who communicated with, met, or attempted to meet the individual posing as Anthony Shots to come forward. Prior to this, Ronald Logan had previously been on the police radar. Logan owned the land, and they were found 1,400, and Abby's bodies were found He owned the land where Abby and Libby's bodies were found, and his home was 1,400 feet from the crime scene. Logan also allegedly lied about where he was at the time the teenagers disappeared, claiming he was out of the area. Documents said that his voice was not inconsistent with what the man captured in the video told Libby and Abby. Logan was never charged. He died in 2020. It's unclear if Allen had any connection to Logan or Klein or to the Anthony Shots account. See, but I thought they said that there was messages, I'm going to say, from Keegan Klein to Libby. I want to fact check that because that's what I heard, but they're just saying now that there was nothing. So I'm going to see. All right, let's see. But to Libby, Klein may have been known by another name. His online persona, Anthony Shots. Past reports revealed Klein was questioned by police and newly obtained transcripts that were briefly posted. Klein is interrogated by a state trooper, confronted with the knowledge that detectives know he was communicating with Libby and her friends the night before her disappearance when Libby was at a sleepover. Police say, you had told investigators that, and I know you say you don't remember a girl that you ever talked to, but I know you remember Liberty German. Klein says something inaudible. Police say, right. And, you talked to her and you admitted to talking to her, and Klein says, I don't think I ever did, though. I think I talked to one of her friends, like I told them something inaudible. Police say, you admitted you talked to her. Klein says something inaudible again. Police say for a few hours at a sleepover, and then you blocked her because she was annoying you, remember? Klein says, you're right, yeah. Police say, you remember that? Klein says, yeah. A couple of pages later in the transcript, the trooper confronts Klein, saying that Anthony Schatz was supposed to meet Libby on the Delphi High Bridge the day she died. See, I don't remember ever saying to meet up with me, though, Klein responded. Earlier, the trooper quoted Klein's message to another person after he learned about Libby and Abby's murder, where Anthony Schatz wrote, yeah, we were supposed to meet, but she never showed up. That's a dang something lie, Klein said, but police told Klein they believed at least 2 people had access to the Anthony Schatz account based on the forensics investigation into the syntax or wording used by the account. We have 2 different people using Kick Messenger, talking to people from our residence, police told Klein earlier in the interview. Klein said he gave his password to his account to a lot of people. But in another transcript, Klein speaks to HLN producer Barbara McDonald in a jailhouse interview. In the interview, Klein said his father had access to the Anthony Schatz account. Klein also said that Indiana State Police reportedly told him they knew it was my dad that killed Abby and Libby. McDonald said, do you think you're going to be charged with anything related to Abby and Libby's murder? Klein said, no, I don't. McDonald said, so the state police haven't threatened that? Klein said, no. McDonald said, do you feel like they're trying to get you to pin this on your dad? Klein said, yes, I do. McDonald said, and that's probably why he's not speaking to you? Klein says, right, because when I first got arrested, they told me that they knew it was my dad, and if I tell them, all my charges will be dropped. In the interview with McDonald, Klein says his father was abusive, once holding guns on him, and his mother. Klein said his dad had past domestic violence cases filed against him and a history of violence towards women, saying he had been to jail over beating his ex-wife up. Klein said his father also liked younger women and claimed that he once slept with a 17-year-old when Klein was 20. In the 194-page transcript of the police conversation with Klein, the man was questioned about using Anthony Schatz's account to communicate with Libby the night before her death. Klein told investigators he didn't exchange photos with Libby, but did admit to receiving photos from a friend of hers who was at the same sleepover. According to transcripts, investigators said they knew Libby was speaking to Anthony Schatz at the sleepover the night before she went on the Delphi Trail with Abby. Police say they believe Libby was being groomed by the account. Unfortunately, she was completely enthralled with Anthony Schatz. The transcripts also reveal that police told Klein he failed a polygraph test when asked if he knew who killed Abby and Libby. Also, that he deleted search history on his phone between the dates of February 10th and February 15th. The transcripts also revealed he used another persona, Emily Ann, to message underage girls and ask them questions like, my dad asked your age limit. Klein also said his father was freaking out when Klein told him in February of 2017 that detectives said Klein was a suspect in the Delphi murders. Libby's cell phone captured both an image of a man approaching her on the high bridge and a recording as the man told the girls to go down the hill. Klein told McDonald his father weighs 280 pounds, that he's a deer hunter and was robust enough to walk through the woods and strong enough to retrieve a deer. The Indiana State Police issued a statement stating they want to make it clear they did not release this information. This is an ongoing investigation. Okay, Indiana State Police investigators continue to seek additional tips and urge citizens to call the Indiana Police. That was then. Now let's see. Okay, so let me see here. Let me go back to where. Let me just check that. They're still in front of the courthouse. Still there. Watching the courthouse. Okay. And hi everybody in here. Hi Dupe and Delight. Hi Native Libra. How are you? Hi Slam RN. How are you? It's 2 hours from you? Okay. I'm trying to. Scooter said she might go down there, but I mean, you're just going to see the outside of the courthouse. That's it. Schindler's List. Leaving a thumbs up. Thank you, Native Libra. Okay, let me go back here. Go through some of this. Let's see. I'm looking at the, I want to get the, hang on a minute. Okay. All right, what is this? Let me see. Law enforcement officers learned that Logan had driven on February 13th to the transfer station in Delphi to drop off trash. Video from the transfer station shows Logan driving his white Ford pickup truck between 11:27 and 11:32 a.m. The video from the transfer station appears to be off by 26 minutes, which puts Logan at the transfer station from approximately 11:53 and 11:58. Logan did not ask to provide an alibi for his drive to the transfer station and only asked that person to provide an alibi for a trip that would have occurred at the time of the apparent abduction of Liberty German and Abby Williams. That for me is a problem, right? Because first of all, how did he get to that aquarium store at 5 o'clock when he went? I don't know. I'm just looking at this. I'm not saying that Richard Allen didn't have something to do with this and he didn't do this, but why would this Logan guy want an alibi for exactly when the girls were killed before they were even found? I don't know. This case is so crazy. On March 8th of 2017, somebody was interviewed, it was redacted, by law enforcement officers. They met Logan about 7 or 8 years ago, was in a personal relationship for a couple of months, and would stay with him at his home on the weekends. That person left Logan after he became physically abusive. During her interview, she explained that Logan continued to stalk and harass her after their breakup. During their relationship, Logan had dragged her out of her car by her hair. She still fears Logan. She has not had contact with him in approximately 2 years. She told interviewers that Logan had told her in the past that he could kill her and no one would find her body. During her March 8th, 2017 interview, that person said that she knew Logan carried a gun everywhere he went. That person knew that Logan would carry a gun in a fanny pack. That person described Logan's fanny pack as one made out of a nicer material. During that March 8th interview, she told law enforcement officers when she first saw the photograph of the man on the bridge, she thought the police were looking for Logan because she thought the photograph was Logan. She did not initially realize the photograph was that of the suspect. Call placed using Logan's cell phone produced cell tower data that shows Logan's cell phone appears to be in or around his property on February 13th at 2:09 p.m., although his exact location cannot be confirmed. The tower data shows that Logan's cell phone was in the Delphi area, in the area of the Mononhai Bridge Trail. An analysis of Logan's cell phone data revealed a text message sent from his phone at 7:56 p.m. on February 13th. Initial exam of this analysis indicates Logan's phone was likely outside of his residence and in the proximity of where the girls' bodies were located. An analysis of Logan's cell phone data revealed a text message received by his phone at 10:16 p.m. on February 13th. Initial exam of this analysis indicates that Logan's phone was likely outside of his residence and in the proximity of where the girls' bodies were located. Logan met with law enforcement officers on or about February 17th, 2017. While they were on his property, Logan was physically able to get up and down the hill from his home to the crime scene. On March 14th, 2017, Logan's former housemate, redacted name, was interviewed. She resided with Logan from about 2016 September through December of 2016. They were in a sexual relationship with Logan on and off, approximately 3 years. During the interview, law enforcement officers, the woman said that when she first learned that Abby Williams and Libby German were missing and then found dead near Logan's home, her initial thought was that Logan was involved. She said in her interview that she feared Logan and even previously told her baby's father if she ever ended up dead, Logan did it. On March 14, 2017, the woman explained in her interview that Logan had been violent in the past with her. Explained that on July 4th, 2016, while at Logan's home, Logan punched her in the face, knocking her down. The woman explained that she was drinking, but Logan was completely sober during the incident. The woman also explained that Logan was angry because she disrespected Logan while in Logan's home. On February 13th, the family began searching the area of the trail where Logan and Abby were initially dropped off, beginning shortly after 3 p.m. Libby German's family and other community members joined the search shortly thereafter. Carroll County Sheriff was notified at approximately 5:30 p.m. that Libby and Abby were missing. 5:30 p.m. and that is when he was at that aquarium store. His receipt from there. Okay, and I wonder if they went in and reviewed the video surveillance from that store. Once the search for Libby and Abby began, no one reported seeing any person matching the description of the male on the bridge. The FBI has established a database for the collection and organization of tips by the police. In this case, a search of the database has revealed 15 tips in which citizens, both known and anonymous, attribute the crime to Logan for various reasons. Okay, based on the aforementioned facts, Logan was in the area at the time of the crime occurred, and he provided false information about his activities, so he had no cameras or anything on his land, I guess, right there or by his home. So this was the probable cause affidavit and the search warrant for his, so interesting. Let me check the courthouse. Courthouse is they're still in front of the courthouse. Now there are people going into the courthouse or up the stairs. What's going on? Let me see here. Where's everyone going? Let me see. Some people are walking up the stairs. Looks like something is going on. Okay. I'm looking. People are going into the courthouse. Not sure what's going on. I'm watching. I will let you know, but there's a flurry of activity now in front of the courthouse. Nope, someone's coming out now. They're moving away. It may be lunch. I don't know. Let me see what's going on. People are folding up now. Hold on. I'm watching, it looks like now not much is happening. Let me see. They're coming back. Some are going that way. Some are leaving. Some look like they're packing up and going to lunch. Some lady looks like she's got 2 schnauzers or Scotty dogs or something in a pet stroller. Isn't that interesting? People are walking past now. People are running past the courthouse now. Other people outside have no idea what's going on. Let's see. Court is about to be in session, someone said. The line is forming up. Okay, someone is going, looks like an officer. Nope, he's going down the stairs. Here comes a man with a briefcase, but he's not, he looks like he's kicking a chair out of the way, and he's not doing anything. Okay. Let me check. This is... Can't believe they won't take us in the courthouse. Isn't that crazy? Let me see if there's any. There's a lot of wind noise. Lots of wind noise. Let's see. Here comes a guy with a camera, big camera, huge one. They're pointing. All right, let me check on another. Let me see here. See what's going on. All right, I'm checking on another live. Jury deliberation continues. Delphi verdict watch. All right, let me go to. I'm just going to stay where I am and look at the courthouse. Hi, Linda. You're having spinach raviolis. Hi, everybody. There is a flurry of activity in front of the courthouse. There have been a lot more people that have gathered there now. Of course, we can't go in the courtroom. We can just wait here. Right now there's just wind noise. There's no press conference. If a press conference opens up where they announce the verdict, of course I will open up the sound feed. They say the verdict is in, confirmed by multiple sources. That's what someone says in the chat. I don't know that person. They can be a troll, but it looks like something is happening. So we're just going to wait here. The verdict may be in. Let me hang on a minute. Say a prayer that justice is done for Libby and Abby. I'm going to look again. There's police walking across the lawn of the courthouse. There are people gathered outside the courthouse. Don't see anyone else going into the courthouse. But we're waiting right here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to X, formerly known as Twitter. And I'm going to see what's going on there. Okay. It's been said a verdict has been reached, possibly a 2-hour wait. That was 28 seconds ago. Possibly a 2-hour wait. Okay, let me see. Oh my goodness, let's see what this is. There is a Delphi prayer walk on the Monon High Bridge. Okay, let me check this. Looks like we have a verdict. Someone said families and attorneys are arriving. This is 6 minutes ago. The families and the attorneys are arriving back at the courthouse. We're hearing there's a verdict. The defense team arrives. The defense team arriving back in. Families and attorneys are arriving back at the courthouse. We're hearing there is a verdict. Let me just take a look at the live feed. There's more and more police presence in front of the courthouse. The verdict's been reached. We're waiting. If you're just joining, there is a verdict. Hi, easily distracted. How are you? You're watching? Okay, yeah, there's nothing yet. I'm waiting here. If there's a press conference, like I said, I will broadcast it. There are just nothing, just people in front of the courthouse right now. Like you see there, the defense team over there has gone back in. I'm watching on Twitter and I'm keep updating to, let me see here. I'm gonna keep, let's see, what is this? Let me go to, all right, let's see. Let me see here. I'm just trying to go into the, okay, let's do this. Verdict is in. Verdict is in. The defense and families have walked into the Carroll County Courthouse. Updates to come. That was 1 minute ago. Okay, we're going to stay over here with these updates here from Wish News. So this was literally 2 minutes ago on Twitter. So I'm just going to keep refreshing this. It's crazy that I just went and just looked at the courthouse right as that was coming in. It was like, there's nothing happening. There's no press conference. There's not even anything that looks like it's being set up for a press conference. There was a report that said it could be 2 hours. I don't think it's going to be 2 hours. I believe everybody had to be a certain time limit from where the courthouse is, like 5 minutes or something. It's 1:30. I'm sure we'll hear something by 2 o'clock, if not before. Oh, someone's saying read today at 3. Hold on a minute. They're saying 2 more hours. I don't know. You don't know what they're saying. Someone's saying 3 o'clock. Why would the family be back and everybody be running back to the courthouse?
Yo.
Why would everybody be doing that? Why would they be doing that? If they're going to wait there for an hour and a half. I don't believe that. I think they're just saying that because they don't want to create a frenzy. And by the time the people wait, it'll be over. That's my feeling. Let's see. Court TV reports verdict reached. Yes, the verdict is in. Now it's when is it going to be read? And then when are they going to do the press conference? The press conference is probably going to be 3 o'clock. They're going to read the verdict and we'll hear from who's ever in the courtroom what it is. They're not going to be there for an hour and a half until so they've already entered the courthouse. They probably already read the verdict at this point. Let me check. They're not allowed any electronic devices, so they're not going to be able to do any live tweets. We just have to wait.
Is that on right now?
Let me see. Okay, I'm going back to Twitter. Let's see. It's been 7 years, 8 months, and 5 days. Okay, let me see. Defense and families walked inside the Carroll County Courthouse. Verdict reached. It is not hung, which is a shocker to me, someone said. Okay. Okay, let me just see here. Go on this hashtag for a second. Latest. Attorneys and families of the victims are all going inside the courthouse. That was 8 minutes ago. Signs that we might have a verdict. Yes, there was a verdict. Let me follow this guy over here and see. Yeah, they're all walking in. Jury has reached a verdict. Was supposed to be 2 hours notice. Unsure that will go on as planned or not. Let's see. Said Libby German's family. This is 10 minutes ago. Just entered the Carroll County Courthouse on the 4th day of deliberations. Not sure if it's a sign that the jury has reached a Delphi verdict, and it is true. They have. People are saying 2 hours or something because that they were supposed to have a 2-hour announcement or something before, but they're entering. They're not going to make them wait 2 hours. Verdict is expected to come out in 2 hours. No, the verdict is here, honey. Okay, so verdict. A lot of people are saying that it's not, may not be announced until 3 p.m., but that may change, of course. Breaking news, the verdict is in. Breaking news. I'm keeping to refresh. Multiple searches, excuse me. WIBC is reporting that multiple sources say the jury has reached a verdict. Yes, we know that. Another one says the verdict is in and will be read at 3 o'clock. We don't know that. I can't believe they're not going to make the families wait an hour and a half inside there. I know that they said they had to be like within 5 minutes of the courthouse. I think that's when a press conference will be. Okay, and we can just pray for justice for Abby and Libby. Okay, let me see where. There's still like just people lined up outside, police officers in front of the steps. They're not letting the public in for the verdict reading. So it's just going to be, I assume, the attorneys, families. That's it. So everything will probably be announced via the press conference, which, like I said, I will stream. But right now there's nothing to stream yet. Okay, so we'll just sit here. And I'll keep checking to see who's going to hold the press conference. Let's see. See what this is. Rumor says this is it. The verdict is close. A large line has formed. That was 8 minutes ago. Sounds like a verdict is in. Verdict is in. This is nerve-wracking. Poor families. I hope that whatever happens, that justice is done and they can get some closure, you know? Okay, let's see. Nothing yet as a press conference. Let's see. There are just some more people are gathering in front of the courthouse. There are police walking up and down. There are some police on the courthouse lawn. And that is it so far. We don't see anybody setting up for the press conference. And I think they probably won't announce the verdict until 3 o'clock. I assume they want everybody out by then. And depending on what it is, we'll see. I'm sure something will leak out as things do what the verdict is momentarily. They're not going to keep the family waiting in there until 3 o'clock. Let's see. A lot of wind in front of the courthouse. That's all there is, just a lot of wind. A lot of wind noise. Don't believe they're allowing any journalists, reporters, or anybody in. Only the families and the attorneys. Let's see. So I wonder if they will even be releasing a recording of the verdict being read later on. Let me check. Some people are walking up over here now. Let's just see. Police are walking down to the line. Let me just see here. Okay, there are people walking into the courthouse right now. They're lining up on the stairs. Not sure if they're, I'm going to shut that wind noise off because there's nothing you can hear but wind noise. I'm not sure if they are family members or they're going into the courthouse. So I would say they're probably going to read the verdict at 2 o'clock in the courthouse, and they're calling for a press conference. Just people's hustling into the courthouse. It doesn't look like there are YouTubers or anything that are going in there. It looks like it's family. But let me just check on this out. Okay, verdict is in and will be read at 3 o'clock. That's the same thing that was said there before. Verdict is in. Okay. All right, well, I'll keep watching. Let's see. Okay, the police are on the sidewalk and they're telling people to back up and back away. These people don't want to back up and don't want to back away. They're standing in line. They're going to keep their space. The police are telling them to back up. Looks like they're saying, why do we have to back up? We don't want to. We're standing here. Looks like it's a sunny but a windy day there. Okay, let's see. Someone's coming down the steps. These are the police. They're talking to each other. They probably have already read the verdict, I would assume. Or they're getting ready because those people walked in the courtroom shortly after. They just want to control the crowds, I'm sure. So they're going to let something finish up before they announce it. Let's see, let's see if this guy's saying anything. Still nothing but a lot of wind noise. Just wind noise. I'm watching the doors. I imagine they'll probably go out the back way anyway. They don't want insanity. I'm going to check on Twitter again. X. Oh, there's somebody going up towards, let me see, towards the courthouse. They are going in. So I would say that the verdict has not been read yet. They're probably going to read the verdict at 2 o'clock in the courthouse, and they're telling us 3 o'clock. And that's going to be for the press conference, I'm sure. Hi, Native Libra. They are not going to list that general public. What? Oh, the verdict is in, Rosalita. Yeah. The verdict is in. They're saying all over social media that it's not going to be read until 3 o'clock. I think what they mean, there's not going to be a press conference probably until 3 o'clock, but I've been watching them go in the courthouse since like 1:30, maybe a little shortly before. Somebody just went into the courthouse now. I'm thinking that they're going to read the verdict 2 o'clock, 2:15 at the latest. They want to make sure that whatever it is, the family and everybody has a chance to get clear out of there. So that's why I think the 3 o'clock timeline is coming in, because there's a lot of people just saying a bunch of crap all over the place. So I'm checking on Twitter. I'm checking on this live feed in front of the courthouse, which is nothing but wind noise now, but I can see what's going on if there's a press conference. And so far, there's nothing been set up on the one. Now they are allowing, I guess, some people to get some seats. Now, people are storming to try to get a seat there. I guess they're letting the press, the journalists, maybe some of the YouTubers are trying to get in. The police are counting them. They just had a run up there. They're being counted. But they haven't been let in yet. Now they're being let in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It might look like 13 were let in. And everybody else has been held back. Police are telling them to back off. Still those people that they allowed to go up there are still not even in the courthouse yet. They're on the steps. It's going very slow. They must have to be searched and all of that, so it's very slow going in for them. It's possible it could be 17 people. A lot of them are bunched together. They might have been. A lot of people were turned away. Okay. See, there's going to be nothing but wind noise. And nothing but wind noise. Let me see if Twitter's explaining who was let in. Let's see the very latest. See, now someone's saying that 59 seconds ago, they're saying that the verdict will be read at 2 p.m. Ouch. Verdict is in. May real justice be served for those 2 little girls. Yeah, please God, amen. Someone said from Court TV, it sounds like Kathy will be releasing a statement through the lawyer after the verdict is read today. Okay. Let me just go back to the live feed because... Police are just on the lawn there. Kind of blocking the sidewalk from anybody else trying to get into the courthouse. Yeah, see, now people are saying, why would everybody get there by 2 o'clock, before 2 o'clock, and if it's going to read at 3, I think it'll be read at 2. Yes, I believe it's going to be read at 2 myself, which is 3 minutes from now. It's kind of like, I just think they kind of handle it like parents and tell you you have to be ready at a different time than you really do to get things. That would be the opposite way, telling you how to be ready earlier, but in the case if you're trying to head off some chaos, you would tell people that something is going to be done later so they're not all storming. Right? Okay. I want to get another cup of coffee, but I do not want to walk away from the screen. I maybe will call some people. Maybe I will grab the Zoom number and let some people see if they want to come up on panel about the verdict. But then I don't want a lot of noise. All right, let me see. Eastern time, I believe it is. It's 1:56 p.m. It depends in what part of Indiana, because like where Scooter and Kevin are, they are an hour behind. Places near Chicago. Actually, not just places near Chicago, but yeah. Let's see. I think they're going to read it at 2 o'clock. I think they're just saying 3 o'clock. Maybe that's when they're going to get a press conference, but I'm sure that's going to be leaked out what it is. 100%, especially if the families themselves tweet the, announce the verdict. But we shall see. The doors have been closed to the courthouse. It is 1:59 p.m. There's not been any kind of like mics or anything being set up for a press conference yet. So I think the press conference is going to come much later. I can go over here and take a poll. See what you guys think. Okay, let's see. All right, there you go. Take that. See what happens. $12.59 in Arkansas, native Libra. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock p.m. 2:01 here now. Let me take a look at what's going on outside the courthouse. Nothing really. It's going to be nothing but wind noise. Oh, someone just tried to get in. The police are talking to her. It's a woman with a ponytail. She looked behind her at someone. They let her in. So I don't think they've read the verdict yet if they're still letting people in. They just let that woman in. I think she's a family member. They went to stop her, it seemed, and then she said something and they let her in. And she was just by herself. Looked like she looked back to motion to somebody, but okay. Let me check on Twitter. Okay. The verdict is in. Let's see if it. Verdict is in. Journalist over here saying the verdict is in. My stomach's going to start growling because I need some more coffee and something, but I do not want to leave the feed. Allen put himself on the bridge during the time in the close, lied, confessed 60 plus times over months, calmly, rationally. Okay, let's see. Verdict is in. Verdict is in. Let's see what's going on here. Again, I don't see anything setting up for a press conference. It looks like someone... A couple of other people are trying to walk up. The police are stopping them. They're not being let up right away like the other person was. So I'm not sure they're keeping them there and speaking with them, but they're not being let in. Oh, they look like they're being turned away. No, they're letting them in. Nope. They asked them if they could go up and to the side. They went up, but they did not go in the doors, and they went away. They were turned away. Okay. So that's probably the verdict is being read. And I think we're going to hear something very soon. I think by 2:15 the verdict will have been read, definitely, and that's what I think. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's see. Still nothing's going on but wind noise. Let's see. Okay. Seems that they would be setting up for a press conference somewhere unless they're just don't want to do it there because the amount of people, and then they just want to do it at 3 o'clock. Let me check on Twitter. And I'm still going to call it Twitter, I'm sorry. You know I hate name changes, and I think the name X is stupid. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it says that Wish TV is live outside the courthouse. This is 37 seconds ago, waiting on everyone to come out with the verdict as soon as it happens. So Wish TV, which has been having a live blog, did not get into the courthouse. They're live outside. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. Nothing so far. I don't see any leaks or anything of that. There's a Kermit the Frog thing that says just another day on the internet watching people trying to free a child killer. Okay. All right. Let's go back. Let me just check the feed here. Okay, nothing much happening in front of the courthouse. I really do think the verdict is being read inside at this point. And I think that they will then, poll the jury, dismiss the court. I would think they're probably going to let everybody go out through a back entrance or something, not through the front. Some people seem to be dispersing or something, I don't know whether they're running around trying to get somewhere else to See if they're going to see or hear something, but walking around with phones, people walking around with lost looks on their face, people walking around like deers in headlights. Okay. You love X? I like looking at it for the latest information, but I just don't like the name Rosalita. I don't like when people change names. It's like that book, Somebody Move My Cheese or whatever. I don't like when people change their names, especially even their avatars. Like, I know people change their avatars all the time. I don't. Because you, after a while, associate someone's avatar to them. Especially like in Facebook and stuff, you get to see an avatar and you associate it with Amy, with Mark, like whatever. And then when people change it, it freaks me out. I know it's crazy. So I keep the same avatar because it's just like it's part of your identity. Hi 61. I want to get another cup of coffee. Hi Video Reel. Hi Felicia. Hi everybody. It's a strange name. I would have never changed it either. Yeah, why did they have to change it? Like, come on. Twitter. X. Twitter is better. Twitter, you're a tweeter. What are you, an Xer, a crosser? What would that be? I don't know. I'm not happy with that, but I don't like name changes. All right, so here now. There's a police officer. He looks like he's on a phone on the sidewalk. My thought is he just heard that the verdict was announced and the plan of people exiting the building. That's what I think. But I could be totally wrong. See, people are grabbing up signs and things that they had. Some people are gathering up. Now that officer that was on the phone is going up. Looks like he's briefing the other officers. I think the verdict's been read, and I think they're talking about people have a banner now out in front, and they said today is the day with Libby and Abby. I think people I think my thought is the verdict has been read in the courtroom. And that's why that officer got that call. That's why he's briefing the other officers. They're all right in front of the doors, and they're all talking about the exit strategy. Bunch of people now are gathering with banners. I'm watching the courthouse doors. I'm not going to take my eyes off of them. Yeah, I'm still on the phone. The police officer right in front of the doors. Okay, someone is going to try. Oh, that's another officer. Is that walking up towards the doors? Yeah, that's another officer. I think they're getting briefed for the exit. Remember that the reporters and journalists should not have any electronic devices in, so it's not like in other trials they can tweet out what's going on. They can't. You're going to hear just as soon as everyone else hears here on the outside. It's not going to be any sooner. Now someone, okay, yep, I'm right. Someone just ran up and called some people over and they took off. I think they know that the verdict is read and people are coming out the back because now people are moving away from the front of the courthouse. And some people are running towards the side and the back, I believe. So I think that it's done. I think that people are coming out of the courthouse now. And a bunch of people are like freaking in front of the courthouse trying to get their stuff together, trying to get their phones out because they know something is imminent. I knew they weren't going to wait till 3 o'clock to read the verdict. Let's see. There was like a young kid. He looked like a young kid. He looked like he was 17. He's probably 25. He ran up on the side. He motioned to an older guy, and they both took off down the sidewalk and then towards the side of the building. Other people are watching the other side. You can tell people are like freaking. They're scared. Some of them are scared. Like, if I give up my place in front and, I miss it on the side, you can tell they don't know what to do. They're kind of looking around the side. That lady's smoking right there in front of everybody. That's not cool, lady. Sorry, that's not cool. She's right up in everyone's face, smoking. If you're gonna smoke, that's fine. Don't smoke in everybody's face over there like that. Everybody's gathered. Nobody has a chance to get away from that. Okay, now there's a camera going towards the side where that kid was running. Big, giant camera running down there. Another lady. Going down. I guarantee you the family and stuff, they're leaving from a side or a back entrance. They're not going to leave from the front. Somebody just said, I would rather have dogs near me than someone smoking. Because this lady had like 2 little Scotty dogs in a stroller. Okay, here comes a cop down the steps. Missing it to see if there's one. He's walking towards the side. He's not talking to anybody. He's going towards the side. People are going down towards the side. You hear the wind noise is what you hear. Same courthouse you see right there in the picture. I believe the verdict probably has already been read. Guys running up the thing. The journalists out there look a little bit confused about where to be. But the one with the big news camera went along to the side. Lots of wind noise. Okay, I'm going to mute that for a minute. Lots of wind noise. I'm watching, but I'm going to check out Twitter. Let's see. Somebody just posted a photo of the bridge guy and Ron Logan. And yeah, it does look like him. I'm gonna give you that. The picture that's there, it does look like him. Guy's the same kind of hat too. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it looks like Richard Allen as well. Okay. Verdict is in. Okay, I'm just trying to see it because you don't know whether. No, I don't see anybody posting the verdict on Twitter, and back in front of the courthouse, still the same exact thing. So now it's 2:23. No matter what now, we've got about a half an hour, right? But I think the verdict's been read inside, and I think the families and everybody is going to be exiting. If it was that he was acquitted, you'd probably see a bunch of his stands, as they call it, instead of fans. I think they would be storming every bit of social media saying something, and I don't see that yet. There are plenty of law tubers who are stands, allegedly, and I'm sure they'd be out there getting it out. I don't see that yet. I'm thinking he was found guilty. I'm thinking guilty. That's my vote. I can't vote in my own poll. But let me see what you guys say in that poll anyway before we... Okay, wow, it's pretty. 58 are saying... Ouch. 58 are saying guilty, and 42% are saying acquittal. Hi, Nora. Hi, Heart Made Wise. Hi, Rough and Ready. How are you guys? We have a verdict, you know. Just waiting. They said 3 o'clock, but I'm sure that it's been read inside the courtroom, and they're just saying that in order to keep the chaos to a minimum. I'm watching a feed outside the courthouse. Right now it's just wind noise, but I will let you know if there's this press conference. We're streaming it. There's a little bit of activity. It's the officers. They are walking around towards the front doors, down the steps, towards the sidewalk. A couple of them talking to each other. A couple of people are walking off to the side. I really do think they're going to have the families exit from the side or the back. There were some people that ran up that way in a flurry and brought a big news camera down there. Now there's plenty of people walking down that way, so I think there's a little bit of a scuttlebutt that the people are going out the side and the back. They're looking towards the one side of the building. Yes, it's happening. You know someone's going to get that verdict and get it out there, whether they bolt from the courtroom and just we're gonna hear it. That's why I want a cup of coffee, and I'm not even going to try to do that. Jury vans are leaving, someone said. Okay, I told you that they were going to read it. Now, I don't know if that person is real there that's saying that, but there's somebody who's saying that the jury vans are leaving, and I see people looking in that direction, so I believe. But then someone also said people drove their cars there. I don't know. The jury members drove their own cars there. I don't know. Jury vans are leaving. People are questioning that. I do believe that the verdict was already read, and I do believe people are like 33 minutes to go. No, they didn't call all those people in and have them sitting around until 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock is to keep the public at bay and get the jury out of there and get the families out of there. Okay, let's see. I see people walking towards the side. I think it is true that the jury vans have left. And I'm watching. Someone said, well, will everyone wait till 3? That makes no sense inside. No. Do they realize that the court is just saying that it's 3 o'clock? They're saying that to keep people going crazy. There's a lot of people walking towards the side now. I don't think many of the I saw a very small handful of people that may have been in journalism, the journalists and stuff. I don't know if there was any YouTubers, maybe very few. I counted like 13, but it could have been 17 if they were smashed together. Okay, there's people walking towards the side, so I do believe the jury vans have left. It's almost like after a concert, you know, they went, okay, everybody's left the building. Okay, guys, have at it. That's exactly what I think is happening here. There's this other guy that's running around with his sweater. He keeps running around the side. Some other guys are running around the side. Getting off their chairs in the front. And they're all kind of walking around to the side because I think they've been told that the jury vans have left and they're off to the side. Now they're saying that there's sirens or something. Somebody just said Richard Allen has arrived. I don't believe that. I believe he was there a long time ago. The verdict's already read. The jury's leaving. That's what I'm saying. There's so many people that go into a feed and say the most crazy things. Thanks to the man. Okay, people that don't know the families should be ashamed. Okay, and somebody said they didn't read the verdict without Richard Allen. Where do they say that Richard Allen is arriving now? Oh my goodness. They're saying that Richard Allen hasn't even gotten in the courtroom. That's what they're saying. I don't know. I don't know. Some lady's putting signs, like all like cardboard signs, all against the wall, a small wall, and there's this lady that has these schnauzers or something. I thought they were Scotties, but I think they're schnauzers that were in a pet stroller, and she was walking them, and I swear the dog was gonna, I think he's gonna take a leak on one of those signs. People are going crazy, and someone said this is not a place for dogs, serious people. Now she's holding another dog that looks very small. Bunch of the people that had the banners and things, they've all taken them down. They've moved somewhere else. I don't know what they're doing. The other lady's taking the other dog somewhere. And now she's putting him on the wall. Okay, people look like they're coming out of the courtroom. I knew it. I knew it. I told you guys. People are coming out of the courtroom. They was lying that they said. Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty on all charges.
Guilty on all charges.
Guilty.
Guilty on all charges.
All charges.
Yep, they're coming out. Guilty on all charges. He was guilty on all charges, guys.
Ethan, let's go.
Guilty on all charges, guys.
Is he here now?
You know, he listened to the people in the chat. Richard Allen just arrived. No, he didn't. Richard Allen was probably taken away at that point. There's no press conference or anything set up. People are just walking and leaving. I'm sure there will be a press conference probably at 3 o'clock. That's what that was about. I told you that from the beginning. It was a given. They weren't going to... People are walking out and
So he is guilty, right? Huh?
guilty on all charges, yes. Yes. People are celebrating. Well, I shouldn't say everybody's celebrating. I think I must be looking at some of the ones that were championing for. Here comes some more people out of the courthouse. I hope that you all heard me. He's guilty. Let me make sure that you heard me. Okay, and we can close this poll. When only 56 people thought that he would be found, 55 people thought that he would be found guilty. He has been found guilty on all charges. Norwoods. Justice for Abby and Libby, finally. Rough and Ready says now the family and these poor young ladies can rest. Let me just see what's going on over here. I don't know where they're going to have a press conference. I know they must be getting ready to have one very soon. Oh, somebody says that now somebody threatened the jury. You know, oh, now I'm going to come all the conspiracies. All the law tubers and the clickbaiters are going to have something else to talk about, right? So yeah, it was a conspiracy, and then you're going to have his 1,000 appeals, right? Mhm. Yeah. All right. I'm just going to lower that a little bit. There's some lady or something. Everybody's leaving. Let's see where the press conference is going to be, because there's going to be a press conference, I'm sure of it. And the people are already going crazy in here. Justice is not served by convicting the wrong man. Blah, 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 blah. He's been railroaded, and yada yada yada. Hopefully with this more will come out and we will be able to see other things that we were denied because we couldn't see the trial. Now wait, hold a minute. I think there's an officer explaining maybe something. Cameras are coming around here. I don't know what just happened to that feed, but I think they just lost their feed. Let me see. Oh, it's back. Police are coming down towards the sidewalk where the people are. I think they're telling them to disperse now. Seem to be dispersing.
All right, everybody, that's it.
That's it, they're saying.
Guilty as charged on all charges.
That's it. They're saying that he's guilty on all charges. That's it. Let's see if we get to the press conference. Let me find out where the press conference is going to be. All right, let me just go back to X and let's see what's happened over there, okay? All right, Richard Allen is guilty on all counts. Okay. Richard Allen has been found guilty on all counts for murdering Liberty German and Abigail Williams. Verdict is in. Richard Allen was found guilty. Okay, so let's get there we go. All right, let me see here. Guilty. Let me just change the I'm just changing the headline so that we know that the verdict is in now. Okay. Hi 61. Oh, Linda, best news. Hi, Heart Made Wise. Nora Woods. "2024, the year for justice. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus." All right, let me see what about this press conference, all right, because there's got to be have one soon. Okay, jury has reached a verdict. Let's get the press conference, okay? Somebody tweeted, "The jury has been found guilty on all counts." Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. So where is a press conference? Let's see. Delphi press conference. When are we going to have a press conference? Not yet. Did anybody get information on the press conference yet? Scooter, I needed you to go down there. We were going to go live from there. Hello, Chris Ree. All right. You haven't had coffee yet. Hold on one second. Let me get that down. Let me get that down. Okay, I can, oops, search it. Invite. I'll allow you guys to come on. That sounds horrible. I'll allow you guys to come on. If you behave. You can come on and weigh in about the verdict. If anybody that's not in Slack wants to come in, you have to just send me an email, but you can't talk over everybody and you can't be like crazy, overbearing crazy, because then nobody can hear. Okay. Let me get this. Where's Kevin? Is he sleeping? What happened to Zoom? You didn't know I was live. Okay, so there. Okay, hang tight for 1 second. I have to, if someone dings in, I have to check something real quick. Ethan, come here for 1 second. 1 second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take care of something. I had a mom duty. Okay. So where's all the Ruffles, Ridges, and Scooter? You're all like, I thought you'd all be up here blasting away. All right, let me see here now. I've got to go back to the feed. Not the feed, my feed. Okay, so guilty verdict. Hello. Guilty on all counts. Richard Allen has been found guilty on all counts. Hello, Nora, Linda, Chris Ree, Heart Made Wise, Captain Lee fan, Christine F. Hello there. Did anyone hear anything about the press conference yet? I'm going to check on Facebook. Last I checked before they went to lunch. Yeah, but you should have been watching us. Hi, Gianna Marie. I haven't seen you in ages. Okay, let's see. I guess, let me see here. Delphi. Richard Allen was found guilty on all counts. Da 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 da. Somebody is over here. Who's this talking? Let me see.
Twice a week, all over this. I can hope for nothing more than to see this town come back to one again. And like I said, that's all just holding hands together.
I don't know who that is. Let's see. Okay, that. I'm trying to find the press conference. Let's see. Richard Allen has been. That's old news. Can't believe this is so difficult to find out when the press conference is coming. Let me go back to Twitter X. Okay. Jury has found Richard Allen guilty on all 4 counts. Okay. Verdict is in. The verdict is in. And I said to you before, someone on Court TV said it sounds like Kathy will be releasing a statement through the lawyer after the verdict is read today. Don't know. I'm going to go to Fox 59 and see what's going on here. Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's see. Home. Scooter, you're boots on the ground. I love the people that think I have like all this whole research team and stuff. I can't even get Scooter to go to the courthouse, and she's like 40 minutes away. Okay. Let me check this. Richard Allen is guilty of murdering Abby Williams and Liberty German. The teenage girls were killed February 13, 2017. After an 18-day trial, they say 18 days, jurors found Allen guilty. Okay, let's see. After getting the case on Thursday, jurors in the Delphi murder trial found Richard Allen guilty of murder on Monday. The decision meant jurors found the state's evidence, including a bullet, an expert match to Allen's gun, and his prison confessions, compelling enough to convict him. They were less swayed by the defense's assertion that the investigation was sloppy and that Allen's confessions were false. Allen was charged with 4 counts of murder in the February 13, 2017 deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German near the Monon High Bridge. He was arrested in October of 2022. Allen will be sentenced on December 20th. The state made its case. A crime lab technician matched a bullet found at the scene to Allen's gun. A camera captured Allen's car near the murder scene. He admitted he was on the bridge on the day of the murders, and he confessed to the crimes dozens of times, including in jail phone calls to his wife and his mother. The defense countered the state had no DNA, social media, or digital forensics evidence linking Allen to the crime. His time in solitary confinement warped his mind and led to false confessions. The state investigation was bungled from the beginning, and the bullet evidence was inconclusive at best. The trial started with jury selection on October 14th in Allen County. Due to the high profile of the case and its prominence in central Indiana, Special Judge Fran Gull decided to pull jurors from Allen County. Since the murders happened in Carroll County and a number of key witnesses and investigators lived near or around Delphi, the trial itself was held at the Carroll County Courthouse. The proceedings started with opening statements on October 18th. And now we have a guilty verdict on November 11th, 11/11/11/11. Okay, we've got somebody coming in. Ruffles is coming in to weigh in on the verdict. Ruffles? Ruffles? Uh-oh. Ruffles.
Hello.
Hello. What do you think?
I am excited. I
Okay.
hope some of the jurors will come out and talk about, I want to know the ratio. How many was guilty? How many was not guilty? How many was hung jury? I want to know. And the judge needs to retire. Sorry, she needs to go.
What about the press conference? I don't know. Some Sam
Are they going to have one?
Well,
This trial has been off from day one. I've never seen a trial like this.
Well, I'm
Normally
looking.
they're set up for a press conference as soon as the verdict is read and the lawyers come
Well,
out.
I knew they were lying today when they said it was going to be read at 3:00, and then people were like saying that Richard Allen was just getting in the courthouse when, my gosh,
yeah.
everything was, forget it.
I was getting worried that it was going to be not guilty with everything that was going down. I thought, they're trying to, it's going to be ugly.
Yeah.
Guilty on all counts. That's crazy.
Hold on one second. All right, sorry. So let's see what else they said. They said that digital forensic extraction played a large role in the case, with investigators receiving a video from Libby German's phone of the man who would become known as Bridge Guy. After his arrest, then we know Allen was taken, put in solitary, and they think, oh yeah, that's all the reason. I would like to see his wife really make a statement after this.
I don't think she will.
But I think we're going to have all the crazies come to YouTube, and it's going to be worse than ever. You know, he got railroaded. They're already saying it. I already see it in chats. It's crazy.
For years, there's going to be so many conspiracy. It's going to be ridiculous. They need something new to hang on to because, Chris Watts.
Hi, Stacy C.
This is new.
I'm sorry, but there was too much
I hope
against
the
him.
interrogation tape comes out. You think they'll release the audio of the trial?
I don't know. Let's see.
Do they normally? This trial's been stupid.
Who knows with this trial? I don't know. Glad they didn't pick from my county. If I was a juror and got yelled at, I would stand up. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hush hush type judge. Okay.
She needs to be reprimanded for what she did there.
Yeah.
A lot of things that she did
Painted
was,
black.
he's going to get, I'm afraid, is going to win an appeal.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I think he's done.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think he's done. I think it's been too long with this case, and it's just, he's done. I mean, he'll appeal. They all do. But
And he was the only person that had any kind of ties to this. There was no one else that could have done it.
well, the
I think he
thing
looks like
that
him.
Ron Logan, somebody just released a photo of him with the bridge guy, and whatever they did, it did look like him, and it is kind of a little bit shady about, there are some things that are shady about Ron Logan. I don't know.
Oh,
Why-
I agree. but
Why
I
did
don't think
he tell that friend, or was it a cousin or something, like, tell them that you drove me somewhere at 2 to 2:30, and he was home then, and he went to the fish store. His receipt is like 5:30. That's, to me, I don't understand what happened there, but that's a little bit crazy. But I'm not saying that I don't think Richard Allen did it, but I'm saying, did Ron Logan have some part in it? I don't know.
Oh, I think so. I don't think he did it alone. I really don't. I never have.
You
Thought there
know,
was more than one person. But I don't think the bridge man looks like Ron at all.
well, there. I'll show you a picture privately that somebody did. They probably did something crazy where they.
Yeah, they had to, because I don't see it. But he did have help. And I think it was either him or the other one, what's his name, that's in jail. One
Klein,
that was talking to him.
Keegan Klein.
Yeah. I think he helped set it up.
No, it's not a death penalty case.
Should have been.
Let's see. Just wondering.
But there's got to be a press conference. This is crazy.
Scooter, can you see if there's a press conference since you're there? I told her to go to the courthouse. She said she was going to go, and then she didn't even get out of bed. Oh my gosh.
Scooter.
Come on, Scooter.
Yeah, I tried to go into Zoom earlier and there wasn't one, so
No, then I went live. There wasn't one because the people I left in last night, I don't know what happened to them. They both must have left or something. Who knows? And then I just went live with this, and
yeah, I think all of us were sleeping at the same time when I left.
well, I ended it last night and then started a new one, but then
Margo fell asleep,
yeah, Madam Margot's still asleep, I think.
and I think it was Sharon, Kevin, me.
Yeah, but none of you came in there after that. Only two other people, and then I think that they dipped out, and that's what happened. And now Scooter's not even answering me.
She probably went back to sleep.
Captain Lee fan, do you know? Have you heard about a press conference yet? Let me try to see if it's so ridiculous. What is up with this? I'm gonna go to the news again. Guilty. He'll be sentenced on December 20th. I would. What's the other one that covered this? It was
Don't get live with no parole, hopefully.
let me see.
17.
Okay.
I feel sorry for his daughter, no matter what. That is her dad, and she's got to be devastated. You know, she's innocent in all of this.
Right, yeah. I can't see anything about a breaking news. Let's see if they're going to show anything about a press conference. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Does anybody in the chat know? I can't believe they wouldn't be having a press conference. This is crazy. Let me check. Jury has reached a verdict. Let me see here. And now they're talking about Brian Koberger more than they're talking about Delphi here. It's crazy.
Well, that's the next big one to come. I hope they do things differently than this one.
Power washer. Power washer. Okay. What'd you say, bruh?
I said that's the next big one to come, and I hope they do things differently than they did with this one.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just... why isn't there a press conference?
Yeah, there always is usually a press conference. His attorney saying, we're going to appeal, this was not justice. I can hear him. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't understand.
I was getting scared. I really was. I thought it was going to be acquittal or not guilty. The way they were handling it. Must have been a lot more for him in that courtroom than there was against him. Which I do not understand.
Oh, there's plenty of people for that, but that's what happens here on this forums and now. But you've seen a lot of the lawyers, a lot of the defense lawyers that are law tubers, and you've got to wonder, like, why are they spending so much time on YouTube instead of practicing? I don't know. It's kind of crazy. But a lot of them were championing for him, champions of him. And now I can't see the live stream. Scooter won't answer me.
Why was everybody running to the side of the building?
I think because the jury vans were leaving, and I think everybody was like leaving out that way. People were leaving out that way. Yes, Jennifer, guilty on all counts. Video reel, what are you talking about? WTHR 13 is live. Yeah, but I have to watch a press conference. It has to be a press conference.
Yeah, I feel so bad for those poor girls.
I don't know what video is saying. Just
yeah, Cap said WTHR 13. Yeah, she's saying the same thing.
Yeah, but it's not a press conference. Let's see. How could they not have a press conference for a case of this size?
Cap said she's checking. Yeah, the transcript may be out video, but are you gonna have to pay for it, or is it gonna be public knowledge, or?
But where's?
So did I, Jennifer. I thought it was gonna be a hung juror, or it was gonna be acquittal.
Okay, let me see here. WTHR. News.
Yeah, she said they're live with someone.
Yeah, I saw something like that, but it was like just him was talking to someone.
Oh,
It's not a press conference. No, well, like to stream it, we need a press conference.
yeah.
But I don't see it yet. I just can't believe they wouldn't have one like immediately after this setup. This is so crazy. Sorry, Indiana's really a little bit crazy on this whole thing.
Yeah, from the get-go. She didn't trust the media. Well, look what happened. Everything that people were coming up with, if they would have just shown the trial.
Now it's going to be probably
Yeah.
10,000 times worse with everybody going to YouTube.
Exactly. And she should have just let it be shown, and you can't argue with the facts. That's right in front of you. I think they made a decision on Kohlberger's. Is it going to be shown?
Oh, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure he will be. I know the family wants that.
Yeah, they want it shown.
Oh, listen to this one. Here's this. We got a statement from the wife. This isn't over at all, says Richard Allen's wife after guilty verdict.
If you want better home internet,
Quiet ads, these stupid ads. Hold on. Let's see where this is saying this. So, wow. So she's not only standing by him, she's going to speak out. Allen was guilty on felony murder of both girls and guilty of knowingly and intentionally killing both girls. It took the jury less than 2 minutes to enter the courtroom and read the verdict. The prosecution embraced as the verdict was read. Allen's lawyers were comforting him before he was cuffed and led away. Outside the courtroom, the news that Allen was found guilty was greeted by cheers from the assembled crowd. Let's see. Okay, there's a little conference. Let me hear what this is. Without the stupid ads.
Cap said maybe they're not having one because the gag order is still in place.
Well, there's something here from the police. I'm trying to play it. I don't know what's going on with this. All right, let's see what else they said. The prosecution embraced, blah, blah, blah. Libby, German's grandmother, Becky Patty hugged family as they left the courthouse. The announcement of the jury reaching a verdict was confirmed at 1:40 p.m. Monday, and that's 2:40 Eastern time, November 11th. Allen is scheduled to be sentenced on December 20th. Allen's wife, Kathy Allen, told 13 News this isn't over at all as she left the courtroom.
So she believes him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For almost 3 weeks, yeah, that's what it said. This isn't over at all. Statement from his wife when they said that one was going to be by her lawyer, but I think it's more about protecting her reputation or something. I don't know. At this point,
I would have known if that was my husband on that bridge. I would have
isn't
known it
over
was
at
him.
all.
He's just in denial.
Bless
And
you.
he confessing to her.
with
Oh my God.
just me and my team of freelance.
Be quiet, lady. I think they have a soundbite of her saying that. I'm just trying to see if it's put ads on every single thing.
Didn't he tell them how they died? And he was the only one that knew it because they never released that
Well,
information.
yeah, he mentioned that.
Yeah.
Let me see if you can hear her say it. I think this is his wife. Listen. No, I didn't hear her say that. I didn't hear her say anything there, so let's see what the police say over here.
Right here, it's on TV.
Okay, that's good.
Richard Allen guilty of all charges.
Uh-huh.
Further not saying anything.
No, they're not saying much. It's so crazy to have a case like that and then just not say much. I don't even know what.
Usually the lawyers are out blasting the jury.
Yeah, I know. And the family, too. Like, they have the family there, and the justice was served, and it's just crazy that.
Yeah, I don't get it. But I haven't gotten any of this trial's been crazy.
Let me see if this is the one with the announcement. Let's see. Jimmy, I can't. Let's see.
So everybody has already got the news from the verdict. With that being said, Judge Galt has not lifted the gag order.
Oh, no gag order
We're not going to be able to make any type of public statement at this point.
No
We're
public.
looking forward to having something scheduled a month from now.
A month from now.
So what
My
that is, I'm
Lord.
not able to say at this time.
The judge has not listed the gag order, so that's why. This is crazy, this judge. Why would she do that?
If you want better home internet,
I don't know.
They're looking to announce something a month from now. That's nuts.
When he's sentenced?
I guess.
What's the point of the
What?
gag order?
I have no idea. What is going on there? This is crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Scooter, what's going on in your state?
Yes, Scooter.
It's ridiculous. That's why there's no press
Yeah.
conference, because their gag order has not been. No, presser's not coming. Video reel. They're not having a press conference. They just said it. That's what I just played.
Scooter, has any other trial ever been like this?
What is
There,
going
you
on,
know what?
Captain Lee? What's going on there?
I gotta mute for a minute.
Yeah, that's crazy, guys. There's no press conference. They're not going to have any public statements. They said the judge has not lifted the gag order. It's nuts. I agree, Captain. That judge needs to be removed. What the freak won't she let anybody speak? I think she's like probably getting a high off of keeping media and everybody else at bay under. I think she's got a power trip or something. It seems it's crazy to yell at. I've never heard a judge yell at the jury. I've seen jurors fall asleep and all kinds of things, and they didn't get yelled at like that. That's just, I don't know. Won't be removed until after sentencing, I guess. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh wow, that's crazy. And I had to do some stuff. Doing my power washer.
Okay, I got you, honey.
Yeah, you got me.
Come into it.
All right, I guess
There's
we'll.
still a gag order. How did the wife make a statement?
She just said it like, I guess, coming out of the court to the press. This isn't over yet. You know, like that.
I don't get her at all.
I'm not, to me, I think she's just trying to preserve her own reputation and her daughters and her family, and You know, that's a big thing. You're married to someone since you've been with since a teenager who killed 2 girls.
Yeah, but she had no control over it.
I know,
Maybe you're right.
but her
Maybe
daughter,
you're right.
but her daughter shares the DNA. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
I think she's trying
Yeah.
to save face. A lot of what it's a pretty big pill to swallow. And then for the daughter to own up to her that her father did this, it's got to really affect you psychologically.
Yeah, I do feel sorry for the daughter. I really do.
Hello, Sassy Darcy. But I'm going to try to, I'll leave the Zoom, but I'm going to end the live since there's no press conference, and I'll see you guys later because I have to get some stuff done outside and run around. But what? All right, and I will talk to you guys soon. You stay on, Ruff, and then anybody that wants to come into the Zoom, come on in the Zoom. All right, bye.
All right, bye.